Hawks-Naismith tip-off classic. Coming up next. Tri-Cities versus McEachern.
It's the nightcap for the Hawks-Naismith Tip-Off Classic. A packed day of great games, and now in Atlanta, Georgia, we might have the best of the night. Tri-Cities Bulldogs versus McEachern High School. I'll leave you to the national anthem.
As an official sponsor of the NFL, Jersey Mike's wants you, Eli Manning, to be our new spokesperson.
I'm in. I love Jersey Mike's.
Hold on. Jersey Mike's new spokesperson? You're stealing my job.
I don't want to steal anything.
Lies. Eli's.
I just love these subs.
You'll be hearing from my lawyer. He's very prompt.
Jersey Mike's, a sub of...
Hey, that's my line. A sub above.
Oh, so close. You can always settle.
Feel like you're playing a rig game with insurance after an accident? Good thing I know how to win.
One call, that's all.
Looks like he's getting the hang of it.
Atlanta, Georgia playing host to a matchup between two top 50 teams in the nation. Again, it's the Tri-Cities Bulldogs and the McEachern Indians. The last game of the Hawks-Naismith Tip-Off Classic. It deserves the full array. The light show begins here before the starting lineups are announced. Crowd is packed. As you can see, we are essentially at standing room only, as this is a matchup with national implications again. Of course, Tri-Cities Bulldogs, the reigning 5A champs and the GHSA. They beat Woodward Academy, who just put up an amazing fight against Holy Innocents. As for McEachern, one of the best consistent programs in the nation. And now they will play here in Metro Atlanta. We're at Holy Innocents Episcopal School as we are about ready to announce starting lineups. Again, McEachern Indians will host Tri-Cities High School. Of course, not official hosts, as they will just act as the home team. So Bulldogs will be announced first, to plenty of applause. Both these teams right around this area, so even if Holy Innocents is playing host, plenty of hometown fans in the crowd. Number 12, Jalen Wingfield, just announced, and he gets a bit more of a crowd pop. The 4-star son of Antonio Wingfield, a great NBA player. His son right on track to be so. 20-plus offers. Right now it looks like he'll be signed to Georgia Tech, but he has some of the top offers in the nation. On the other side, the McEachern Indians being announced, wearing their home whites. Chase Lumpkin, really their star, a 4-star in himself. 24/7 has him as a top 50 prospect in the nation. This is a team with size. In the McEachern Indians, the Tri-City Bulldogs might have a challenge dealing with it. However, Jalen Wingfield, who acts almost like a guard, really the tallest player on this team, will have to play a lot of good defense against a couple more natural power forwards and centers. It's a matchup between two top 50 teams in the nation. It's Tri-Cities and McEachern. Here on SUV TV, I'm Joe Copshow. Again, the nightcap. Final game of what has been a great Hawks-Naismith Tip-Off Classic. And it finishes with perhaps the best matchup of the night. Tip-off delayed by a quick cleaning of the floor Again, last game, Woodward Academy and the host Holy Innocents. It was a 1-point game that ended on a buzzer beater. It would be hard to top it, but if any matchup could, it would be this one between the Bulldogs and McEachern Indians. The Indians win the tip-off. They'll start. Graves gives it off. Quickly working on the offensive side, McEachern. Far side with Lumpkin. Mentioned he's the go-to guy. Head fake. Graves drives in, kicks off late. Hot pass can't be handled. 3 from the elbow. Sinks. Emmanuel Lowe for 3 to start the game. The first chance for the Bulldogs on offense. 30 seconds have gone by. They have a look for 3. It would have been long. Khalid Jones keeps it in the pocket. Other side, long 3 won't go. That attempt, Saunders, his first miss of the night. Eventually that ball ending out of play. Alof, just everyone sinks off. He takes the space and nails the 3. Not your typical stretch forward, but now positions himself for an offensive rebound. Won't need to. Chase Lumpkin starts his scoring night. Long 2. Driving in. Kickoff. Down low. Spinning. Creating room. Hard off the iron. Second chance won't go either. Eventually the defensive board gathered in. Offensive foul in transition. Dylan Hamilton takes out Aiden Saunders, who was in the wrong place at the right time for the Bulldogs as it draws the foul and is a turnover. To inbound, Jalen Wingfield. He tries to get it down low quickly. Can't finish the first attempt. Second attempt is tipped away. Trey Keith had a real nice look at it, but was maybe tied up just a bit. The guard trying to work down low. Driving in, hanging in the air, rolls around the rim and pops out. Loaf trying to battle for the offensive board. Instead, it's a 3-on-1. Good job to pick that ball up, and a nice layup. Khalid Jones swipes it over his own head to keep it away from the defender and finishes off for the first points for Tri-Cities. First foul on a shot called. As crashing in, it looked like Graves, it is, and he will head to the charity stripe. Over the head of the defender, a dangerous move, but Dylan Hamilton watches it go right over him as Jones, a nice little handle to get on the board. Graves misses his first attempt. The game stays 5-2. McEachern, just a perennial powerhouse in the sport of basketball. Or 7A champions back in 2019. Went 32-0. That has only been done one time since 1995, and you guessed it, it was by the Indians. So for Georgia high school basketball, this is a team that knows how to win and, of course, has been loaded with NBA talent in the past. We'll get there. Step back 3 in the corner. Nailed. Trey Keith feeling it. 16 points per game this season. Gets his first there. Steal, errant pass. Wingfield can't get it to go. He's fouled hard to prevent the bucket. Looks no worse for wear as he'll head into the charity stripe to get some free throws. 2 to be exact. Another look at the step back 3 in the corner. Not a lot of room, but Keith just enough to free himself up. Wingfield misses the first free throw. Dylan Hamilton discussing the foul as he checks off. Second free throw is made, a split trip for Wingfield. Graves, a little bit of a push off, frees himself up, no call. The 3 won't fall, front rim, back rim out. 5-on-2, Graves slows it up. Corner 3, Keith the opposite side now. Same result. Technical foul on Keith. Trey Keith back-to-back threes, and it looked like might have celebrated with emotion that is not allowed by the Georgia High School Association. He picks up the tech. Opposite corner, nails it off the backside iron. good dish out. The crowd's not happy with it. And now you see that celebration and the call. You can make the decision for yourself, but here at Holy Innocents, it is a technical foul. Missing the first shot is Lumpkin. And now explaining it to Keith is this referee squad. Split trip for McEachern. They'll keep possession, of course, after the technical foul. Also getting a explanation was Omari Forts, and something he has really been big on, something he thinks that will make the Bulldogs even better this year and that made them so good last year. After that looked like a good block, but the whistle blown on Jaden London is the maturity of the Bulldogs. So Keith maybe looking to clean that up, something important to his head coach. Another look at this. Always give the referees the benefit of the doubt, but as that is being replayed here at Holy Innocents Episcopal School, there's a lot of what's coming from the crowd. That one a bit tough to understand. If anything, it looked like it could have been a potential foul on Graves. Instead of a clean block, it is now a 9-9 game after the made free throws. Keith, another chance. This one won't go. Tipped out. Rebound gathered in by Lumpkin. He's running the floor. Now banging away, down low against the Bulldogs. Frees himself up. Khalid Jones pushed off by the heavy shoulder of Lumpkin. A clean play that Lumpkin frees himself on to nail the long two. Now trailing. Tri-Cities. Jones gave the head fake like he wanted a three. Instead, he'll call for a screen. Graves gets lost on it. Can't be finished by Jones off the glass. Kick out, straight away, three. Wingfield, short. Lumpkin again, poked away from him momentarily, regathers his step. Lumpkin and Jones going at it. Lumpkin wants it back. Jones tries to fight through the screen. Lumpkin feeling the hot hand. Lumpkin leading the Indians in scoring so far tonight. Attempt at a baseline drive, instead kicked out. Keith fires to the corner, no one's home. Ends up in the Indians' bench and will lead to a substitution. 14-9 here, halfway through the first quarter. Tri-City Bulldogs came out firing with Trey Keith nailing 2 3-pointers. Now McEachern Indians on a bit of a run. It went off a hand, so the Bulldogs do retain possession. Wingfield climbs the ladder to bring it in. Wingfield gets it back from Keith. Tries to hop step inside. It's poked away. Lumpkin the steal. Now a bounce pass. Graves cuts in. He loses it off his own foot. Tie up here. It ends up on the hardwood. Trying to fire it away is Jones. As we'll head to the benches the first time we'll do so. More from Holy Innocents in the Hawks-Naismith Tip-Off Classic when we return on the SUV TV. Back here on the SUV TV, I'm Joe Copshow leading you through this one. That's Amari Forts breaking the huddle for Tri-Cities. His team down 5 here early in this nightcap of the Hawks-Naismith Tip-Off Classic. Long inbound, down low, blocked, second chance, left short, third chance, rolls around the rim and pops out. However, heading to the line will be Jalen Wingfield. He had plenty of room to finish that off, got rejected from behind. Second chance should have been easy. A great job to come from behind and block it Wingfield then struggling, however, a chance at the line. Sinks his first. Alof with the block. You can see him down there on the far side of the rim as Keith checks back in. Tri-Cities going with the very rare strategy of having no one down low to rebound in case of a missed free throw. That is consistent to their game. They rather be back on defense. Ball to stay with the Indians. Looks like a slight push on the Bulldogs. Khalid Jones was in the area. To inbound, Zachary Graves for the blue and white. Good jersey matchup here. The white, blue, and gold trim against the red and black. Elbow three won't go, a little too strong. Keith. Couple dribbles, now heads baseline, kicks to the corner. Corner three, left short. Graves brings in the rebound, running the floor, Lumpkin. Loses his handle, wants a whistle, does not get one. However, Indians will keep the ball. 14-10 here. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Baseline inbound by Lumpkin ahead. Alof, Graves trying to swing the rock. Instead, it's poked free. Long way by Keith. He tries to save it, intercepting it now to the corner. The Indians can't get it to go. Throwing elbows is Wingfield, and he tries to create space as Lumpkin was apparently reaching in too strong. That's the whistle there. Lumpkin, maybe a bit of an argument to make there, as if anything, Wingfield was really throwing the elbows. And upset is head coach Ankrum. He's still barking at the baseline judge. Khalid Jones picks up his dribble, gets it right back. Near side, Saunders. Fired in. Lots of room for Brown. It quickly closes out. A long three, left plenty short. Long rebound, tipped all the way down court. However, Saunders eventually brings it in. Now numbers for the Bulldogs. Three-pointer goes. Khalid Jones. Controlled chaos, he converts. Step back long two-pointer. Indians right back with it. A nice move. Long three, way too strong. Glass, no rim. And the Indians back with it, 16-13. This one poked free. Gathered in eventually by Jaden Brown, the center. Corner three. Lots of contact off the side of the backboard. Now a baseline drive. The one-handed dunk from Wingfield. The man with 20-plus offers showing why. An errant three-point attempt cleans up his own basket. It is hard to dunk from the baseline, but he creates some space. During the replay, not much happened except the Indians committing an offensive foul, giving the ball right back to the Bulldogs. There you see it. Graves getting called for that push. Khalid Jones had been wanting that call for a bit. Now gets it. Puts his team back on offense, down one. 80 seconds in the first quarter. Bulldogs have won 3 titles since 2019. Right now they're 0-1. After losing to Wheeler. Straightaway three, pure. Aiden Saunders, he's trying to keep them from falling to 0-2 and looking for a 4th title since 2019. Fight near the Bulldogs bench as a scrum for the ball ends with a whistle. Bulldogs up 18-16. They'll make a quick substitution. Will the red and black? Keith checks off as the Indians will try and settle into their offense. Driving in, Williams. Nice stop and pop for him. First we've seen of him, the 2027 guard, getting looks at the next level as well. 10 points per game this season. Of course, just 1-0, but double figures in his first game. Now follows it up with a nice 2-point bucket. Shot clock and game clock essentially the same, and a tied game at 18. Maybe a difference of 0.1. Fighting down low, somehow able to gather it in, put it up, and a chance at 3 points the old-fashioned way. Jalen Wingfield showing the strength. Tipped that ball to himself 3-4 times. Eventually gathers it in and finishes through a lot of contact. Flexing the muscles here early. Does complete the 3-point play. 21-18, the Bulldogs now on top with 7 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Near side, Williams tries to give it off. Lumpkin throws up a prayer, not answered. And the Tri-Cities Bulldogs will head it in to the first break here after 8 minutes, up 3. 21-18 after 8 minutes of play. We'll be back on the SUV TV when we return for second quarter action.
Oh, so close. You can always settle.
Feel like you're playing a rig game with insurance after an accident? Good thing I know how to win.
One call, that's all.
Looks like he's getting the hang of it.
Aha! I knew it! You are stealing my Jersey Mike's gig.
Danny, it's just because Jersey Mike's is an official sponsor of the NFL. I'm not taking your gig.
Now you're taking my look.
This is how I dress.
My glasses. I've been looking for those.
I wear glasses. I have astigmatism.
I'll give you astigmatism.
Ready for you on set, Eli.
I gotta go.
This ain't over, Manning.
Jersey Mike's, a sub of...
Hey, that's my line. A sub.
Back here, starting the second quarter, the Indians a quick stop now on the ball. You see Lumpkin with it. 8 total points for him in the first quarter, 3 rebounds, a great start to his night. He dishes it off, no dice. In the corner 3, and an off ball foul on the Indians will give the Bulldogs an inbound. As for their offense, coming from Wingfield, not that only does he have 7 points, 7 rebounds to start, 4 offensive, 3 defensive. He's well on his way to a double-double. He also has 3 steals, so could be looking at a bizarre triple-double. Wingfield with it. Heads to the wing. Creative dribbling, spins, fires it back to the top of the key. Driving in, kick to the corner, travel called, as dragging the foot was Trey Keith. Keith had a very good first quarter as well, nailed his first 2 3-point shots, then went 0 for 3 for the rest of the quarter, now back on the floor. Making a mistake there, but hoping to rebound, as well as the Indians are. They've gone a bit quiet as of late. Fired in. Lumpkin rises up, and he draws the foul. Lumpkin, a 4-star in the 2027 class. A top 50 player, according to the 247 composite score. A lot of people say reminds Indians fans of kind of a mix of Sharif Cooper and Ace Bailey. Of course, both former Indians. Ace Bailey, a lottery pick in the NBA draft, starting his young career as an NBA star. The Indians also helped Isaac Okoro become a dominant forward. This three off the back rim. Indians have plenty of history. Lumpkin trying to add to it. Also, Hamilton trying to as well. He nails the three as he falls towards the corner. 23-21 in favor of the Indians. Bulldogs have come out a bit sluggish in this second quarter, and that continues. Khalid Jones hits the hardwood after it was poked free from him. Fighting for it was Dylan Hamilton as he picks up the foul. A look at Hamilton offensively, a good job to set the feet and fire away before Saunders could close out. To inbound, Trey Keith. Jones fires it inside. Keith fades away. Left it short. On the rebound, Lumpkin. He's also looking for a double-double. Lumpkin drives in hard. Whistle here early. Foul is on Tri-Cities. I thought Lumpkin maybe with that elbow there would have been called, but Jaden Brown picks up the shooting foul. Lumpkin makes the first free throw, and the Indians matching the Bulldogs the whole way, not having anyone down to rebound. Lumpkin leaves the first in the bucket, the second out. Bulldogs trying to fight back in what is a 6-0 run for the Indians. Jones can't get anywhere after a screen. However, the switch leaves a big man on him. He has to fire it away. Long three, contested, doesn't matter for Saunders. Aiden Saunders, pure Graves a long two. Offensive board, partially blocked. However, Jaden London called for the foul. London, hands in the air, doesn't know why. On the opposite end, sidestepping a deep three for Saunders. Now for the Indians, Alvin Petaway. A true freshman, class of 2029. Rare to see at this level of high school basketball. Again, a matchup between two top 50 teams in the nation. And we've seen plenty of good basketball today, and Petway is the first class of 2029 player we've seen, and of course the first forward from the class of 2029 we've seen. He brings the Indians lead up one, 25-24 in favor of McEachern. Tri-Cities have been excellent on the deep ball, this time crashing inside. Second chance, poked free. However, a little handsy, Zion Williams gets called with the foul. This game slowing down in the second quarter. First quarter back and forth battle, now a lot more whistles. 3 team fouls for each side. That one misses right. So, of course, the bonus could play in effect only 3 minutes into this quarter, not even. Head coach Forts stopping his center Brown to have a discussion. Split trip. And this game's even at 25. Graves brings his team up the court. Lumpkin. 3 off balance, finds the bottom of the bucket. Lumpkin, not a lot of space. Not launching off 2 feet. Still able to rip the nylon. Under 5 minutes to go, straight away 3, opposite side, won't go. Looks like rising over the back was Greer trying to get an offensive board and an easy foul on the push-off. Another look for Lumpkin. See, kind of falling away awkwardly. Only really launches off that left foot. Able to drill it as he has had a great performance on his way to 20 points in this first half. Over 10 already, of course, and still 4.5 minutes in the second quarter. He's feeling it. Long 3, pure. Lumpkin, a hand in the face, 5 feet away from the three-point line. He still nails it. A 6-0 run for Lumpkin himself. Bulldogs trying to answer. It's tipped out of play. Good defense by the Indians. And you can see it's a full team effort. The bench into it. And why wouldn't you be? Lumpkin on Wingfield. 6'8". Jalen Wingfield has the arm span, but couldn't get to that one. Stolen away. Alof, after getting the steal, crashing into a Bulldog. However, the ball will remain with the Indians. Graves now stepping into one. He gets it to go. 3 straight frees for the McEachern Indians. They haven't exactly been free, but it feels like it is. They can't miss. The 3s have been free so far. Trying his hand. Jones misses, and that is not what head coach Forts wants to see. Another one for Graves. 2 shots early in the shot clock, not a high percentage. A 3rd in a row from a deep spot. And a whistle here gives the Bulldogs the ball. Fighting for the offensive board was Greer. There was a tangle, as you see here, and maybe a light whistle. Indians, some good defense, gives them the ball anyway. A 9-point lead, looking for the first double-digit lead of the night. Graves with it. He has some space. Kicks to the corner. 3 ball. Too strong. Keith gathers it in. On the backside, Williams trying to poke it free, and now he gets called for the foul, and that will send the Bulldogs to the bonus. Khalid Jones to the line. Still 3 minutes to go, and now in the double bonus for the entirety of that time will be the Tri-Cities Bulldogs. Leaving it short is Jones, a substitution here. Checking off is Petway. As for the Bulldogs, a chance to split the trip here. Successful for Jones. 3 minutes to go here in this second quarter, and again, what has been a slow-moving quarter. 9 total fouls. Trying to get it back to a track meet, running in is Zion Williams. He sinks the bucket, but on the follow-up, trying to make sure it fell, was a loaf, and he touches the rim, and that, of course, waves off the basket. Williams, a great job to get it to go, but you see a loaf touch the rim before it falls. No basket, Bulldogs ball as they're in their offensive half. 2:45 in this first half remaining. Keith dribbles, kicks out to the corner. Bounce pass back, elbow 3, pure. Quintavian Thurman, the first we've seen from him tonight. And the first we see is the bottom of the bucket. Graves trying to blow by his man. Two-handed layup won't go. However, another whistle, this time on Saunders, will send the Indians to the line, of course, in the bonus as well. Another look at the three. Good bounce pass to break out of the corner. And a quick fire from Thurman helps him beat the traffic. Graves finds the bottom of the bucket. 35-29. 2:27 remaining here in this first half. 2 for 2 goes Graves, as the Bulldogs look to clean it up just a bit offensively. That won't help. An errant shot, however, gifted a possession after the Indians could not handle the defensive board. Not sure if Trey Keith was trying to draw a foul or really thought he would lose his defender, but that will quickly get him subbed out, as there was no space to get that two-pointer away. All the way back to their own half. Thurman brings it in. Calls for space with Graves on him. Trap comes in. Has to fire it away. And that is a foul on Lumpkin. And Lumpkin has to be careful now. Lumpkin has been the engine of this McEachern offense. And now he gets in just a bit of foul trouble on what is, again, a light foul. It's going both ways. Like, contact between these two squads being kept to a minimum. Of course, in the bonus, Thurman at the line. There you see Jalen Wingfield getting a bit of a breather. He came out hot in the first quarter and struggled in the second. Lumpkin flies in, gets rejected. Whistle as that one ends out of play, and the Indians will keep it. A powerful block as Lumpkin thought he had a free path to the basket. No dice for him. Greer rises up, trying to take the charge with Saunders. That left Lumpkin all alone with the help side defense. Before the inbound, a whistle here. It's a jersey malfunction, call it, as Alof had to tuck it. Lumpkin nails the three and the foul, a chance at 4 points. Anywhere near the logo, you can't leave Lumpkin alone. The Bulldogs decide to man him up with Jaden Brown, the forward. And he commits the foul on the made bucket. Off balance, a true foul, lots of contact, and Lumpkin somehow finishes through it. Not even halftime, and Lumpkin is having himself a game. 39-30. He makes it a 10-point difference. Now defensively, Lumpkin trying to get the steal. At the logo, double team doesn't work, and the Bulldogs able to settle it down. A little bit of miscommunication, 3 men on 1. However, it pokes the pass free. Bulldogs end up with it 4 on 2. Hard layup. Won't go. Trying to draw the charge was Graves. Instead, it's a blocking foul, and in the bonus, another chance for the Bulldogs. What a three from Lumpkin. Looks it off like it's nothing. Been there plenty of times. Back to a single-digit lead for the Indians after the made free throw. Trey Keith has nailed some three-pointers himself, but seen him at this line a ton. Doing a good job of working inside, especially with perhaps a quicker whistle today. Doing his job to get to the charity stripe. Poked free from Lumpkin. Keith gathers it in, tries to get it to his teammate. Lumpkin fires it over his head. Graves finishes it off. A no-look feed. 30-foot three-pointers and no-look assists. Why not? For one of the best players in the nation. Bulldogs looking for some sort of response. It's been a major run by the Indians. This one was tied at 26. A 16-5 run for McEachern. Keith nails the three. That'll certainly help before half. Trying to turn it into a track meet is Graves, but he'll slow it down. Under a minute to go. Graves cuts in, fires out. Three-point attempt to Loaf. Off the back iron. Ball kicks out. On the hardwood, fired away. Keith up front. Greer tries to save it. Lumpkin, the steal. Up court again. Drop pass. Graves fakes the three. Now working on the center. Brown. No luck. Near side. Three-point attempt. Won't go. Trey Keith, with the shot clock turned off, will give the Bulldogs the last possession. Graves manning him up. Lumpkin coming with help. Lumpkin needs to get in position. Splitting everyone is Keith. A nice solo possession by him. A chance for the McEachern Indians there in transition. Zion Williams couldn't handle the low pass. And now a chance at a 2-for-1, and that will lead to the timeout. We'll take a short break and be back with the last 3 seconds of the half when we return. Back on the SUV TV, just 3.5 seconds to go before halftime. McEachern Indians with a 6-point lead. However, the Bulldogs a chance to go 2-for-1. Nailed the 2-point basket, got a quick defensive stop. 3.5 seconds to try and get a bucket. Launch down court. Wingfield rises up, gets maybe a hand on it. Wingfield didn't touch it according to the refs, or at least didn't control it. So now the inbound will come in under the basket, and there will have to be a discussion here. Wingfield certainly got a tip, and they will have the discussion, and the Indians will have to inbound from underneath their own basket. Now they'll have to fix the clock, though, because at least a 1/10 of a second will have to come off. Again, 3.5 left. And this will lead to another timeout, as now the McEachern Indians will try their hand at drawing up a play. We'll stay with you here. The Indians have been propelled forward by Chase Lumpkin. Again, a top 50 player in the nation. Had 8 points at the end of the first quarter, has found his stroke here at the end. And defensively, turning it into offense quickly. An assist, the 3-point buckets raining. Multiple steals, a block to go with it. He's been shut out a couple times, but with the whistle today, 12 fouls in this second quarter. He's had the benefit of the doubt as well. And on the other side, he's been answered. Saunders and Keith from beyond the arc have been excellent as well for the Tri-Cities Bulldogs. Back here in live action. On the inbound. Fired in low to Lumpkin. It's poked free from him. Now a chance for the Bulldogs. Lumpkin gets the block. No basket either way, and no good chance either way. These two teams will head into half with a 6-point difference. The blue, gold, and white, the McEachern Indians up over the red and black, the Tri-City Bulldogs. 42-36, We'll be back in about 9.5 minutes with second half action here on SUV TV.
Can I get a witness? I'm about to run it up and go the distance. I'm the first round pick on your wish list. Turn your TV on, you ain't gonna wanna miss this. No, yeah, I'm about to go off. You know what I came for, you know I'm about to show off. King of the jungle, heart of a lion. Pounding on my chest so they know that I'm a giant. It's winning season. Yeah, I'm just here to show you how to win. Yeah, yeah, let's go, let's go. Take it to the top and like it is. Yeah, now you're gonna witness greatness. It's winning season. That's how I feel. Yeah, yeah, it's winning season. Let's go. All right, they need to know that. Yeah, yeah, it's winning season.
Lauren Betts from UCLA. Corey Close from UCLA. Juju Watkins from USC.
Jersey Mike's Naismith Trophy winner is Cooper Flagg from Duke.
It's an incredible honor, and I'm truly grateful for the recognition.
Brian Kalkbrenner from Creighton.
It's a huge, huge honor to get this award and be where I'm at today. It's been absolutely incredible journey I've been on at Creighton in my 5 years in college, and so many people have helped me to get to this point. Matt, my wife Rachel, all the assistants that we've had at Creighton. It's just been an incredible journey. I just want to say thank you for all their help giving me this spot.
Is Rick Pitino from St. John's.
Very prestigious, and I'm deeply honored. My staff and players put so much effort into this season. Coaches are just bridge builders. We don't score points, we don't grab rebounds, we don't make passes. I leave you with this, because I am deeply honored. This would have been the 100th birthday of Lou Carnesecca this year. He passed away. So, Lou, this is your award. We share it with you because you are St. John's. Thank you all very much.
As an official sponsor of the NFL, Jersey Mike's wants you, Eli Manning, to be our new spokesperson.
I'm in. I love Jersey Mike's.
Hold on. Jersey Mike's new spokesperson? You're stealing my job.
I don't want to steal anything.
Lies. Eli's.
I just love these subs.
You'll be hearing from my lawyer. He's very prompt.
Jersey Mike's, a sub.
Hey, that's my line. A sub above.
Oh, so close. You can always settle.
Feel like you're playing a rig game with insurance after an accident? Good thing I know how to win.
One call, that's all.
Looks like he's getting the hang of it.
For the past 35 years, we have been a vital part of our community in supporting its growth and meeting the needs of our members. Our Y serves over 1,500 children in our basketball and summer camp programs. We were honored when the Atlanta Tip-Off Club selected our Y for one of its annual gym renovations. This renovation was a huge impact on our facility.
Baskets, rims, nets, floors, wall pads, they all wear out. We know that every time we drive by this facility, we're going to feel a special place in our heart for what we were able to give back and for what we were able to deliver for many, many years to come.
Second half action between the McEachern Indians and Tri-Cities Bulldogs. I'm Joe Copshow. You're watching the SUV TV here. A 6-point difference as the second half about to begin. Of course, the nightcap to the Hawks-Naismith Tip-Off Classic, and it's set to be a good one. A 6-point difference, of course, can be erased as quick as it's gained. Lumpkin, far side with the Indians. He had an excellent first half. 21 total points, 8 rebounds. Good drop pass inside. Can't be finished with one hand. Alof able to rise up and somehow roll it off the fingers into the bottom of the bucket on the second chance. Lumpkin 21 and 8. The Bulldogs led by Trey Keith 12 and 2. Another chance for the Bulldogs to add on from the corner. No dice there for Khalid Jones. Graves with it, scans his option. Kicks it to the corner. Corner three won't go. Flying in, offensive board, Petway. Petway can't get it this time. Instead, it's under Alof, and it'll roll out of bounds, and it will be Bulldogs ball. So some quick action less than a minute in. Alof fighting for the offensive board, but couldn't gather it in. The real difference in this game has been the shooting percentages. The Bulldogs going into half shooting 32% from the floor, 54% from the line. And of course, in a game with a lot of whistles, it's important to shoot well from the line. Just 7 of 13 is as if on cue. There's a whistle, and the crowd already upset. The foul on the floor. Bulldogs stay with the ball. On the opposite side, McEachern High School, 48% from the floor, 44% from three, and 74% from the line. McEachern actually took 9 less shots as another whistle, and it's a foul before the inbound. Refs will discuss it. And it is going McEachern's way, the foul on the Bulldogs. So despite taking 9 less shots, the Indians with a better shooting percentage able to walk away with a 6-point lead that has now turned into an 8-point lead. Early substitution as Jaden London has to check out. A starter picked up 3 fouls quickly within the first 8 minutes, had to sit, now picking up his 4th. Don't know how often we'll see him. Graves, baseline drive, kicks to the other corner. Now far side. That one sunk. Number 23, officially listed as Dylan Hamilton. We spoke to the coaches. Mason McMillan wearing 23 tonight. So despite officially being listed as Hamilton, McMillan with the 3 ball. Lob attempt here and a whistle as it looks like Lumpkin might be called for putting an elbow in the back of Wingfield. Another look at McMillan's 3. Pure from beyond the arc. Now 2 of 2, 6 points to his total. Bulldogs try their hand at a 3-pointer. Another tie-up on the board. Indians wanted the foul call, however, it rolls off the hand of Jaden Brown anyway, and it will be McEachern's inbound on the near side. Graves dribbles past half court. Gets the handoff, fires it to McMillan. Good bounce pass, rejected. Brown. Another chance for the Indians. It won't roll in. Petway, 2 opportunities. Brown meets him on both, and the defense prevails. Keith with it. He stops and pops. Pops out, long rebound, gives the Bulldogs a second chance. Jones. Saunders. Inside. Trying to get Wingfield going in this second half. A nice finish at the top of his arc. McMillan filling it. This time will miss the 3-pointer. A look at Wingfield using the body to create space, falling away. One hand just rolls off the fingertips perfectly to find the bottom of the basket. Back here in real time. Good inbound play. All alone, a loaf. The 13-footer falls. An 11-point lead now for McEachern. They've only had a double-digit lead once, and that was 10. Their largest lead of the night comes halfway through the third quarter. McMillan, the block, partially blocked down low to Wingfield. A loaf rose up, tried to meet him and send it right back, but a whistle will send Wingfield to the line.
That foul's on the Indians. That'll put Jalen Wingfield at the line shooting 2.
Partial contact there. It looked like a loaf might have gotten it clean, but his partner on the other side, Petway, might have made some contact. Already 4 fouls, 3 on the Indians. Less than halfway through this third quarter. Rattles that one in, and it's back to a single-digit lead for McEachern. They don't seem like they want to slow down. Graves calls a screen. It's shrugged off. Head fakes, drives in, draws the foul and one. Falls back into Saunders and throws it off the front rim and in. A smart play from Zachary Graves. You see the hop step falling back into Saunders as he's on his back. Blows by him with the head fake and completes the three-point play. Bulldogs back with it. Saunders kicks it off. Wilberg, the first we've seen of Corbin Wilberg. This one blocked, now finished off on the second attempt by Jalen Wingfield. The loaf has been good at the point of attack, but Wingfield never giving up. McMillan tries a reverse lay. On the opposite end, the Bulldogs flying in. It's blocked. Lumpkin got the piece of it. Graves, an easy layup in transition. Lumpkin doing it on both ends. Mentioned he had 3 steals. Now multiple blocks on the night. Graves, as easy as it gets in transition. Off the ball, you see McMillan hit the hardwood. He draws the foul, offensive on the Bulldogs. Less than 4 to go here in the third quarter. Despite the pauses, these offenses erupting still. 54 for McEachern. Tri-Cities 42. Totals to be proud of. Still plenty of work for the Bulldogs. Driving in, Wingfield a block. Trying to pound it home were the Indians. Wingfield not allowing it. Jones to Keith, top of the key. Jones gets it right back, tries to get it to Wingfield. A loaf pokes it out of bounds. Indians will reset. Bulldogs will draw up an inbounds play. Something that head coach Forts is very good at. However, before they do inbound, we'll have a timeout. It's our first media timeout of the second half. At the break, 54-42. We'll be back with the last 3 minutes of action when we return on the SUV TV.
I knew it. You are stealing my Jersey Mike's gig.
Danny, it's just because Jersey Mike's is an official sponsor of the NFL. I'm not taking your gig.
Now you're taking my look.
This is how I dress.
My glasses. I've been looking for those.
I wear glasses. I have astigmatism.
I'll give you astigmatism.
Ready for you on set, Eli.
I gotta go.
This ain't over, Manning.
Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Hey, that's my line. A sub above.
Back here, day officially turning into night after a fun Hawks-Naismith tip-off classic. The Hawks just coming home with a win now. Their game officially wrapping up. A big win for them. Both these teams looking for a big win in the nightcap. Back down to a 10-point lead. As Trey Keith nailed the 2, opposite side McMillan tried to get the 3. Instead, Lumpkin, offensive board, finishes it in the paint. Lumpkin continues his good night on both the boards and offensively. Somehow, in the hands of the Bulldogs, left open was Greer, but he couldn't finish it off. Maybe too much space. Travel here as into a hop step for the Indians, and that's a turnover. Bulldogs will take possession. Checking on Mickey Woolridge for Wingfield, the first time we'll see him tonight. Khalid Jones will lead the Bulldogs up the court. He's manned up by Lumpkin at the Holy Innocents logo as they play host to this classic, which has truly turned into a classic. A buzzer beater last game, an overtime game earlier. This 3, line drive, rattled in. Saunders just scraping over the rim for the bucket. Back down to a 9-point lead for the Indians. They don't stop though. Flying in a loaf offensive board. Passes it away for the second chance. Fouled hard. Zion Williams hits the floor. He'll pop up and head to the line. The 3-point shot. Not too much loft to it, getting it over McMillan. On the other side, the scoring's come a bit easier for McEachern. Missing the first shot. Williams looking to split his trip now and get the lead back up to double figures. A discussion at the scorer's table holds us up as a tee was signaled. Couldn't tell if it was a timeout tee or a technical foul tee, but we'll see what the ruling is. Now, head coach Omari Forts in the discussion for the Tri-Cities Bulldogs side. You can see looking on there is head coach Ankrum on the Indian side. Now all the players are going to get together and be taken off the block. So no rebound allowed. That would signal a technical foul on the Bulldogs side. You would think that T would be a technical. So now the discussion is going to be how many free throws on the foul on the shot and how many free throws from the technical, and it would equal 3. But the whole gymnasium here waiting in anticipation. And you can see now checking at the scorer's table is who they're assigning that tech to. And I didn't see anything on the court, so I would almost think it comes from the bench area. But a bizarre situation here. See the scorer's table. I think there's about a 0.0% chance they come over here and tell us what's happening, but hopefully context clues allow us to figure it out, as now you can see the discussion with the McEachern side. Head coach Ankrum and assistant coaches listening on, and now the players are returning to the paint and getting in to their spots. Ankrum, the head coach for McEachern, all the way at the opposite side of his bench. And there is an official tech signal. And now everyone will leave the area again. Look at that. A 0.0% chance becomes a 1% chance. We've gotten an update. We talked about Mickey Woolridge checking in. He is not officially on the book for today, so he can't check in. He's not on the official roster beforehand, so that is what the technical foul is on. That is hard to spot, so credit to this refereeing crew for spotting it. So that is what the tech is on. That gives now a 12-point lead to the Indians, and of course it's the start of the season, but absolutely something you can't have if you're a disciplined, mature team as the Tri-Cities Bulldogs brand themselves. So a mistake there, and now an offensive foul about as clear as it gets, and that will fire up the crowd. The Bulldogs don't believe it, but the elbow and arm extension pretty clear to see. Watch it again. That's the finish. The foul comes right there, an elbow to the face of Zion Williams. And now this one starting to devolve almost as the crowd, majority Tri-Cities crowd, starts to get upset with some of these calls. Ball will stay with the McEachern Indians. And that leads to even more frustration from the crowd. So a technical foul, an offensive foul, a low flies in, and now a shooting foul. A wild finish to this third quarter. Alof makes his first. Now maybe some more trouble at the scorer's table. Made the first, the score didn't change. Now that one rattles home. There it goes, 14-point lead for the McEachern Indians in what has become less of a basketball game and more of a back and forth whistle. That three made as Saunders tries to open the scoring again, and again, credit to the refs. They're calling it both ways, and that technical foul a good spot, just game slowed down. McMillan can't sink the three. It's both sides of the rim and pops out. Fired to the corner. Long three, Saunders feeling it, leaves it short. I will say Woolridge is still in the court. 23 for the Bulldogs. So they must have cleared that up. Straight away three, nailed. Lead back up to 14, under a minute to play in the third quarter. A minute turns to 45 seconds. Shot clock at 23, a difference of about 20. Keith with it, fires it away. Jones tries to create space, gets blocked. Whistle, though, stops a breakout for the Indians and was likely on the shot. We'll see the indication here. Wingfield hands it off to Saunders, and he pops it in from deep. On the opposite side, and answered right away. Now 34 seconds remain, shot clock turned off as Khalid Jones is at the line. Misses his first off the front rim. The Indians expanding their lead in this quarter. 1.5 up 6, now up 14. A dominant quarter from McEachern, and poor free throw shooting from the Tri-Cities Bulldogs continues. In the corner, baseline drive, Alof, second chance. He's been so good at that all day. Multiple offensive boards, multiple second chance points for him. 10 seconds. Bulldogs a chance to answer late. Saunders gives it away. Wingfield, the star. Straightaway three won't go. That will end the half, or excuse me, the third quarter. 3/4 of the way through this one. It is a big lead for McEachern as the Bulldogs look for an answer in the fourth quarter.
Oh, so close. You can always settle.
Feel like you're playing a rig game with insurance after an accident? Good thing I know how to win.
One call, that's all.
Looks like he's getting the hang of it.
Aha! I knew it! You are stealing my Jersey Mike's gig.
Danny, it's just because Jersey Mike's is an official sponsor of the NFL. I'm not taking your gig.
Now you're taking my look.
This is how I dress.
My glasses. I've been looking for those.
I wear glasses. I have astigmatism.
I'll give you astigmatism.
Ready for you on set, Eli.
I gotta go.
Oh. This ain't over, Manning.
Jersey Mike's, a sub of...
Hey, that's my line. A sub of...
Back here on the SUV TV, the final quarter of the entire Hawks-Naismith Tip-Off Classic. As traveling here, Trey Keith. And ref shows him what he did as he tried to stay in bounds, tiptoe on the line, and that tiptoe a travel. It's been a fun day here on the SUV TV. And of course, the Hawkins-Naismith Classic, as just like the third and second quarter, we will start the fourth with the shooting foul. I'm Joe Kopshaw. I've been leading you through the past about 4 hours, highlighted by the hosts, Holy Innocent and Woodward Academy, in what was a 1-point game ended by a buzzer beater circus layup. Now, the last 8 minutes, excited to bring you through it here on SUV TV. The first shot of the trip sunk by Trey Keith. Just 6 minutes and for the Bulldogs to really start to crawl back. You think once you hit that 2-minute mark, you need to be in range with all the timeouts that can be called and everything that can happen in that last 2 minutes. So 6 minutes, a lot of coaches will preach. You need the last 2 minutes to be even and fight back. You need to be within range. A possession, 2, maybe 3. The Bulldogs trying to get to that spot. They would need something to the effect of a 10-0 run. Could it start here in the lane? Blocked down, a loaf on the floor. And he will be called for a travel. The ball will stay with the Bulldogs. Graves checks on for McEachern. Jaden London comes on for the Bulldogs. Again, Jaden London, a starter, and in this game has only played 9 minutes. He's up at 4 personal fouls. Saunders can't get it from the corner. Alof brings in the rebound. He now has a double-double, does Alof. So, of course, does Lumpkin. McMillan, no one on the back end to pick up the board. And rising up off both feet, slamming it down. McMillan trying to play tough defense, gets called with the foul. So 2 double-doubles on McEachern's side, and Lumpkin, who has a 25-point, 11-rebound game going. And of course, Alof, who has 10 and 10 around each. Saunders continues his good day from the 3-point line. Now over 10 shots from beyond the arc. He's made just about half of them. Straight away 3. Alof was feeling it, no good there. Wingfield brought in the rebound. Saunders will try again, and he keeps it going. And that leads to a quick timeout. The lead back down to 10. Mentioned Tri-Cities needs a bit of a run. They're on the start of one. We'll see if they can keep going. When we return with fourth quarter action, we'll leave you with Saunders highlights. Both teams still in their huddles. McEachern and Tri-Cities celebrated throughout their communities. Of course, mentioned Tri-Cities 5A champs in 2025. They celebrated with a parade through East Point, and it was a whole community event. Thousands of people came out to celebrate these Bulldogs. Now they're hoping to mount a comeback late in this game, down 10, give their fans something to cheer about. Again, they're looking to avoid going 0-2. McEachern, one of the best programs annually in the nation, 2-0, trying to. Wingfield, easy layup for him. The Bulldogs with the momentum. Down to 8 points is the lead. 6 minutes, and you can hear the crowd getting into it. Again, a major Tri-City showout. McMillan trying to silence them. Does. A long three. Finds the bottom of the bucket. Mason McMillan. Him and Saunders going 3 for 3. Top of the key. Back with Saunders. Does he try again? He'll pass it off. Dylan Johnson. Scanning his options. Manned up by Lumpkin. Gets over to Keith. Keith driving inside. Up and under won't go. Second chance, Wingfield won't go. Third chance, the whistle blows. Wingfield will head to the line. He's been fouled quite a bit. Has 7 free throw attempts on the night. Has made 5 so far, as you see the call there. Now 6 of 8. As he nails that shot. Wingfield, of course, in the double-double category as well. Has more offensive boards than he does defensive, and now approaching the 20-point mark. Leading the team, however, for the Bulldogs, Saunders. Lumpkin, bounce pass, corner, McMillan, 3, goes! He's found his stroke. A very important player to this team. McMillan scoring 27 in the first game, has played a secondary role to Lumpkin, but is now coming alive here in the fourth quarter. 5 to go, corner 3, Bulldogs won't go. London tried to fly in for the board, couldn't get it. Lumpkin kicks out again. Another chance, McMillan. He can't miss. The hot hand, Mason McMillan. 27 and 9 in the first game of the season, building on it. Lumpkin forces the turnover, behind the back dribble, through contact, can't get it to go. A heavy foul draws him to the floor and to the line as he pops up. It was a 8-point game, and Mason McMillan decided he liked double figures better. Back up to a 16-point lead for McEachern. McMillan couldn't miss from beyond the arc. Mentioned the Bulldogs needed to be in striking distance. Now they're as far away from it as they've been. The largest lead of the night now with McEachern at 17 points after the first made free throw. Lumpkin splits his trip. Bulldogs now will need an answer quickly. Tries to hand it off, does Keith to Saunders. Now Keith gets it back on a handoff. Creative dribbling, fires it down low. Chance for London, reverse layup. Looked nice, is nice. Graves almost loses it out of bounds as London gets back on defense. Graves manned up against Jones. Graves tries to fire it to Lumpkin down low, a bit too strong. Another look at that reverse lay. London, good finesse for a big man down low. Again, a starter plays a lot of minutes, but not today. Got in foul trouble early. Can the Bulldogs rely on him late? Did that go off a hand or not? Graves for the Indians think it didn't, but refs say it does. London will inbound, but after a timeout. Tri-Cities Bulldogs taking another timeout with under 4 to go. We'll be back for the last 4 minutes of action when we return after the break.
Official sponsor of the NFL, Jersey Mike's wants you, Eli Manning, to be our new spokesperson.
I'm in. I love Jersey Mike's.
Hold on. Jersey Mike's new spokesperson? You're stealing my job.
I don't want to steal anything.
Lies. Eli's.
I just love these subs.
You'll be hearing from my lawyer. He's very prompt.
Jersey Mike's, a sub.
Hey, that's my line. A sub above.
A long timeout for both sides as they stare down the end of the Hawks-Naismith Tip-Off Classic. 78-63 McEachern High School over Tri-Cities High School. I'm Joe Copshaw. You're watching SUV TV. We've carried these matchups throughout the day, and what an honor it has been here at Holy Innocents. Packed crowds throughout the day, fun basketball throughout the day, and of course in partnership with the Hawks. And anything with the name Naismith on it just means more. These events so meaningful to high school basketball, especially, of course, Georgia high school basketball. Both these teams know what they're playing for, even though it's just the very start of the season. They've been fighting all day, and it has been a fun to watch, and it'll be a fun last 4 minutes as the Bulldogs look to get going offensively. Wingfield calling for it. He gets it after a tip. Blows by Alof, but Alof on the back end, a good block. Alof has been excellent defensively. Lumpkin gathers it in. He rises up, can't throw it off the backboard the first time, gets the second. Saunders can't believe he's called for the foul. The basket won't count. Lumpkin will have to get it the old-fashioned way from the charity stripe. Lumpkin misses the first. Lumpkin, Graves, and Alof all over, of course, double figures in points, but Alof has been so good on both ends of the court. Of course, the double-double. While Lumpkin has driven the offensive machine, Alof has centered this defense all day and has made it very hard for Wingfield. Of course, Wingfield mentioned 20-plus offers, a 4-star, top 150 in the nation in his class. Being matched stride for stride. Body hitting the hardwood, and Graves draws the offensive foul. Always easier to pop up after those when you earn it. He's trying to wipe up the floor. Graves drawing the charge. And of course, with time dwindling down, every second matters. Mason McMillan to inbound. Graves. Looks like he wants it. Instead, he'll set a screen for Lumpkin, who catches it over the head of his man, Jones. Lumpkin and Graves break the press together. Don't expect any early shots in the shot clock. 25 seconds left on it. 16-point lead and 3 minutes to go. Indians likely to just hold on. Lumpkin does fire one up. And a foul here as McMillan tries to get back. and does so successfully. The foul on Trey Keith. Now McMillan, some smart basketball as he goes to inbound. Bulldogs just look out of energy. Down 16, they started to make a run. Wingfield with some gas in the tank. The steal, coast to coast. Bulldogs trying to get into it. Graves able to get past Keith. Lumpkin, his shot blocked. Ends up as a pass essentially to Petway. Perfectly positioned to bring it in and get the easy layup. Saunders, step back three, way off, air ball. Lumpkin now in transition. Has Graves, has McMillan. Instead does it himself, fires to Graves now late. Graves steps through, a nice little job to get into the paint. McMillan still fighting on defense. Fires it behind the back to Lumpkin. Lumpkin under the arm of Wingfield draws the foul. McMillan fighting hard. Up nearly 20 with 2 minutes to go. Steals a possession for the Indians. Somehow got it to Lumpkin right there while falling out of bounds. Lumpkin now shooting 2. This will put him over 30 points on the day. Makes the first. Makes the second. However, it looks like that one is waved off. And a timeout. 1:58 to go. 83-65. 2 minutes of action remain. The McEachern Indians trying to stay perfect on the season. We'll see the outcome when we return. Just a 30-second timeout for these teams. Less than 120 seconds in the game as the crowd starts to file out, presuming the outcome will be a McEachern High School win. See fans in the stands. 84-65 in favor of the McEachern Indians. And again, it was a heavy Tri-Cities Bulldogs fan base on that far side of your screen. And now thinking it would be nearly impossible for the Bulldogs to come back. They've started to file out. Still a chance to end the game on the high note. Of course, a 5A defending champion. Hard to imagine them being 0-2 to start a season, but Bulldogs will be there. Now you need to see how they respond in the face of adversity. A loaf rejecting that shot. Lumpkin charges in, gathers it, loses it back to his offense, however, and Graves will settle it down at the logo. Still fighting hard are the Indians. Graves loses his man, can't finish off the play. London, the defensive board. Credit to both these teams. You talk about how you fight through adversity. The Bulldogs still fighting for every bucket, every possession, every board. Offensively, McEachern not slowing down. And for both head coaches, that's what you like to see. You don't want to see anyone give up late in a game, no matter what the score is. In the bonus here, so Graves, after being fouled, will head to the line. Looking to put the Indians up 20. Again, a very successful Hawks-Naismith tip-off classic. Some of the best teams in the nation hitting the hardwood today. Great basketball by everyone involved. A fun, fun day if you like high school hoops. 85-65 as the timer starts again in transition. An easy dunk for Jaden Brown. And there you maybe see the Indians taking a step off. Lumpkin holding it. Shot clock at 25. Just dribbling the clock out. Graves, three-point shot, won't go. Shot clock now turned off. After this Bulldogs possession, the game will likely end. Chance to add on here late for Tri-Cities. Instead, Loaf continues his great defensive day. Brown now with it. Poked free. Graves has it. Lumpkin. Ooh, adds some insult to injury with the two-handed dunk. Wide open in transition. A little salt in the wound for the Tri-Cities Bulldogs as they will fall to the McEachern Indians 87-67. That is the end of the Hawks-Naismith Tip-Off Classic. A packed day of games, high school players giving you the best you could ask for in terms of entertainment value, and it ends with a McEachern win, 87-67 over Tri-Cities. For the whole SUV TV staff, thank you so much for watching throughout the day. I'm Joe Kopshow. Remember to tune in for more high school basketball coverage throughout the season on SUV TV. Again, final score, 87-67. McEachern ends the Hawks-Naismith Tip-Off Classic.